Haley here with Liberty Bird Soaps. I am making Kumquat soap today. I just picked up a bunch of new fragrances, and this is the one that spoke to me the most and the one that I'm going to try first. So in here we have my oils. Today we have olive oil, coconut oil, canola oil, Crisco, safflower, shea butter, and rice bran oil. So quite a few in there. Step one is we are going to add our lye water solution to the oils. I'm going to put this in here, my stick blender. Alright, so there is my first pulp. And now I'm going to add my fragrance oil, which is here. Sorry for any background noise you may be hearing. It is pouring really, really hard, and they're watching Cheers in the other room. Alright, so I'm actually going to take my stick blender out and blend this or at least initially mix it by hand, just so that if it does happen to accelerate, it doesn't accelerate too fast. Now for this soap, I'm going to be separating off part of this into one of my cups here, into a cup. And then a bulk of it is going to be a orange-red color, and then the part that I'm separating off is going to be uncolored. So I'm just going to pulse this, I think, once or twice, see how it goes. Alright, so there is that. Scrape this down. So I'm going to put about a fourth of it into this little cup here. So there. So this is going to be uncolored, and I'm just going to set it off to the side for now. And now I'm going to work with this. So I am going to be using Lab Colors today by Brambleberry. So this one here is mixed with water. I believe this is called Countryside Red. And then this one here is Sunflower Low pH, also mixed with water. So for this, I'm going to start with the orange, or the sunflower. And I want this to be more orange than red. So I'm definitely going to add more of this sunflower than I'm ever going to add of the red. So there is my yellow. I don't even know how many. I'll have to count how many I put in. And then I'm going to start with the spatula to stir it in, but I am probably going to end up pulsing it. So I found this turns yellow, so it definitely turns into the sunflower color. So I'm going to add a bit more to see if I can keep the orange color that I am looking for. Still going to be working here with the sunflower. Now you might hear a grumpy baby. We're trying to get her to sleep. Daddy's in there cuddling with her right now, so don't worry about it. Don't think we're just letting her cry it out in there. So there is the second bout of the orange. So I'm going to stir this up, and then I am going to pulse this in. And then we will try a little bit of the red. So there is, I guess, the orange portion of this. And this, we might go back to orange. We'll see how the red works. So I'm going to put these in kind of a half a pipette at a time. Stir it in to see how it works, or how it looks. I think I might have to pulse in between each one. I'm going to add a little bit more, and then I'll pulse one. So about one pipette, and then I'm going to pulse it. So that's a pipette and a half that I've used so far. Alright, so that is pretty much the perfect color that I'm looking for. But the colors as they're wet are going to obviously be a little brighter than they are when they're dry. So I'm going to add a little bit more orange and then a little bit more red to this. So there's that. I was able to like kind of deepen that a little bit to hopefully stick a little bit more after it goes through the curing. So there is the orange all set and ready to go. And if you can't remember, we also have the uncolored soap over here. So before I start pouring these, obviously I'm going to show you guys my mold. So I'm going to move. And today I am using, I actually don't know how much soap this one will hold. I'd have to measure it, but let's see. So it's definitely at least a 2-pound mold, if not more. I am only using it for a pound of soap, so they're going to be a lot, not as high as these ones. So these are going to be in here, short, fat bars this time around, just because of the mold I'm using. So I'm going to put that there. Oh, just kidding. Going to move it back a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for a marble effect here. So I'm going to take my orange, which is in the big one, and I'm going to be pouring this in a swirl into here. I saw this done on Royalty Soaps and it was absolutely beautiful. She did use a slab mold, so I'm interested to see how it works in my mold. That's part of the reason why I'm using like my longer mold rather than my short fat 1-pound mold. So start on the outside, and then I'm going to bring it in. I'm going to pour pretty heavily to start, and then kind of bring it up to the top once I get here. It's going to go fast. Did you see it? Might have to slow that one down for you. So, all of my soap is in here. I don't have anything left. I can scrape out this. Oops. Onto the top here. You guys just got a whole lot of red cup in your face. Alright, so all of it's in here. I'm going to bring back my mold. Short fat mold here. And I'm just going to pour. I'm going to probably start in the middle, and I'm going to pour until it's all in. Scrape out this container. So I don't want to disturb this too much, but I do want to just make sure that they are even in there. So I'm going to scrape down this. Now if you guys have not seen Royalty Soaps, go to her channel. She makes such beautiful soaps. Alright, so there is that. Here is what it looks like at the moment. I think I'm going to fancy it up a little bit on the top, but I'm not quite sure what I want to do yet. But I think I got to let it harden up a bit. So I'm just going to let this sit for a little while, harden up a bit, and then I'll play with the top. Alright, so this is hardened up. So I'm just going to take my spoon and I'm going to slide everything kind of over to this side. Because I'm going to add a little bit on the top, and I think it makes it look a little interesting. And then I have these, I shredded up a little bit of soap. It's green, and I'm going to put it here along this side. There you go. Kumquat soap. I'm going to bring it up for you guys to see. Oops. So I'm going to spray it with rubbing alcohol to hopefully get all those little green things to stick a little bit better, and then I'm set. Cut it tomorrow. Welcome back, it's Haley. So I have unmolded my Kumquat soap. So I have actually cut off the ends. I'm going to show you. So you can get two very different looks with the way that I poured this. So this was one side. Doesn't really show much of the lighter color, but then you have this one, which is, oops, the other side. And look at how much of the white that shows. So I'll be interested to see what this looks like as I cut it, because I am cutting it into 4. So I have measured them out here, and I am just going to cut. Just so you know, I am not the best cutter in the world. If anybody wants to buy me a soap cutter, by all means, I will not decline the offer. Ooh. So, as you can see, this has obviously been touching the air a little bit longer just because I didn't cover it. And now that I've cut it open, you can see this is a little bit darker than the top, but you can definitely, I'm not sure how it's coming out, but you can see the darker orange, and then you can kind of see the the natural soap, so the uncolored soap. They have definitely mixed together, but look at that one. You can definitely see the uncolored soap in there. So that is one that definitely stayed separate, while this side kind of all blended into itself. So now on the top of here, I'm actually going to get 5 out of these. So on the top of this, I put some of the extra green soap that the Pringle can soap. I'm not sure what I'm calling that soap at this point. You might know by now because the video will have been posted by the time this one is. So there is the very, very defined uncolored soap swirl. And then this one is another one of those. You can definitely see, at least on my end, that the swirl is there, but it has definitely blended it a bit more than the other side. So yeah, this green is basically, I had way too much soap when I was doing my Pringles can round soap minty green one. So I made a bunch of extra bars, and I figured, well, why not put a little texture on the top of this one? Ooh. So there you can see a little bit of the text or the colors on the bottom spiking up. This one I actually really like. It's like a circular spiral in there. I hope it's coming off well on your guys' end. So there's that one, the circles, and then there's this one. It's definitely the colors blended in a bit more, so I think if I was to do this again, like I said, it was a Royalty soap inspiration based on one of the soaps that she had just done with a swirl like that, but she had very, very defined different colors and had used Mica. I was using the lab colors, so I think next time I'm going to use Mica and use two very contrasting colors for my soaps, for the 2 colors I use in it. And there you go. This one's obviously very defined. I love the top. So I'm going to bring you guys in. Watch.